Hi guys, this is Dale Calvert, and on this short video I'm going to share with you the exact step-by-step mental process that I go through when evaluating a network marketing opportunity for a friend or a client. It's just something that I've needed to do for a while and wanted to get this done. The main reason I'm doing this is I have at least a dozen people a week asking me, Dale, will you take a look at XYZ company? And it's a time issue for me because I try to do that for friends and clients. But what happens many times is I finally have gotten smart, and I'll ask people, I'll say, well, are you involved with that company? And if they're already have made the decision to get involved, then my input really doesn't matter. They're just basically trying to get me to take a look at their opportunity, and I understand that, but I'm not a prospect for building a team at this point in my life and my career. There's just other things I like to do, enjoy doing, and want to do, and the time, energy, dedication, focus, and commitment that it takes to build a team right is something at this point in my life that I'm just really not willing to do. So there are a lot of people that are sincerely interested in what my thoughts would be and want my opinion before they get involved in the evaluation process, and these are good people and friends and clients, and I just wanted to have some type of resource to kind of walk you through what I would do and what I've always done, and this process has kind of evolved. But what I do, the mental process I actually go through, because I do get dozens of requests like this a week. For those of you that may be watching this and don't know who I am, you can learn more about me than you would ever want to know at dalecalvert.com. I've been around the industry for over 30 years. I've been very blessed, very fortunate. I've had a lot of ups and downs, but I did realize early that this industry, done correctly, is about leadership development. It's about finding those 27% of the people that are really sick and tired of being sick and tired and want to do something else in their life, and giving them the right systems and personal development and growth programs to help them travel the road to success in this industry. And the one thing that people tell me is, Dale, I've been following you for years, and it's a consistent message, and it is, because I believe that in the concept I call wisdom of the ages, and there's wisdom of the ages success principles, and if you follow those, then you're much more likely to achieve the success you deserve than if you violate those principles. So I'm very much believe in systems, because I believe that's how you train people. I also believe that people should be trained sequentially. We don't teach people how to learn algebra until they've learned basic addition first. And unfortunately, in the network marketing industry, this weekend there'll be people sitting in classes all over the country trying to learn a good, valid concept, marketing concept, but the problem is they haven't learned the basics yet. And that's just something that's kind of a pet peeve, and I don't think it's something the industry has really figured out yet. Your personality will only take you so far in this industry, and normally what gets people to a certain level of success in network marketing, whatever it is that got them there, will not normally take them where they want to go. So when we're looking at a company and looking at an opportunity, there's only three basic aspects that we're looking at, and the first is the product or service, and quite frankly most companies cannot pass this hurdle. The second is the corporate and the field leaders, who's involved with the company. And the third is the timing, the actual timing of the opportunity. So those are the three things that we look at, and when we look at product or service, this is the most important. And the first question I want to ask myself is this a vanity wealth type product? And Vanity Wealth is actually the name of a CD that we did. It is available, I believe, on Amazon. It's called Vanity Wealth. And does the product help people look better? Because people in general are very vain. And that's why I've always liked weight loss. I've liked that market. It's a tough market, but it's an easy market. The first sale's easy. The second, third, fourth, fifth sale in that industry is very tough, and people don't know how to do it, or they don't have the right referral systems in place. But when done correctly, weight loss, skincare, anything that I would consider a vanity wealth type product is something that's good, and that's a green light. We can move forward on that. The only other category that makes any sense is what is known as a category creator. If somebody's doing something that has never been done before. The problem with that, 90% of the time, and people tell me, well, Dale, this is a category creator. Yeah, that it is, but there's no people in the category. There's no market for the product. There's no the only people that are going to have an interest in this is such a small niche that you'll never be able to build a significant business. Oh, but we're worldwide. Well, I would rather be just in one country and have a huge market or potential market with a category creator than I would being all over the world and having small niches in different parts of different countries. I could give you a lot of examples in this. One that just comes to mind because it was one of the first ones, and was I can't even remember the name of the company. The People's Network. Is that it? The People's Network. I believe it's called the People's Network. Some of you will remember. Again, I've been doing this a long time, but the People's Network was started by a very credible individual. And the basic concept with the People's Network was they're going to put a satellite in your home, and I believe they worked with Dish at the time. They put a Dish satellite in your home. They had their own channel, and they would pipe in Les Brown, Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, some of the top motivational speakers in the world, along with a lot of business coaches and very credible high-end coaches and teachers and trainers. Les Brown and it was in that group, and just a great concept. And it was a monthly fee, and then they networked it, and you got a % of the monthly fee. And a lot of people, a lot of my friends, a lot of people that I knew jumped into that program. And I told them all the same thing. I said, look, here's the problem. But Dale, this is a category creator, and you love all this. And you're right, I do. But at the time that was introduced, there was no laptop computer. So I loved all that, but I loved it on CD, on audio, while I'm in my car, turning your car into a university. I've always believed in that concept. But I didn't have the time, and the right people were not going to sit in front of the TV an hour or two a night watching, even if it's watching Zig Ziglar or Les Brown, when they can hear the same information basically on an audio CD when they're out there making their dreams a reality. So the whole concept behind People's Network was this. Yes, it's a category creator, but the people that need it aren't going to pay for it. And the people that are willing to pay for it aren't going to have the time to watch it. So it wasn't going to work. I mean, it was a great idea, but it wasn't going to work. And the same can be said for more recently this iLiving app. And a lot of people jumped all over that. It's a $9 app. It's only $9, Dale. Yeah, it's only $9, but people are not going to pay for that type of information when it's available free on YouTube. Okay, and they're just not going to do it. So we have to be careful with category creators, because the right category creators that ultimately have a big end user market, then they can be extremely profitable if you get in with the right company at the right time. But you have to really ask yourself honestly, who is your customer? What is the realistic upside potential of the market? Because if your customers are only the people that are involved in the opportunity, it's not a good thing. And the network marketing, affiliate marketing world, have companies launching every single week that feature products that only those involved in the opportunity are going to use. And that is so important that you understand that, because if those type of opportunities, and they don't have real world customers, the upside potential on those type of opportunities are extremely limited. Extremely limited. So you're looking for, when you're looking at products, is it a vanity wealth type product, or is it a category creator? And you have to be honest with yourself. You have to be realistic. And Shark Tank is one of my favorite TV shows. I love Shark Tank. It's my favorite. That and The Prophet. But you see so many people come in and they've got these ingenious little gadgets and ideas, but there's no real market potential for their product. And so this is not rocket science, guys. It's just something that, in reality, most people get involved in network marketing not because of the product or service, but because of the relationship they have with the person that's sharing it with them. And, we do business with those we know, like, and trust. But bottom line, in network marketing, if you're doing business with those you know, like, and trust, it's a good way to go broke. Okay, I do business with the real estate agent I know, like, and trust, the insurance agent I know, like, and trust. I do a lot of business with people that I know, like, and trust, but not in network marketing, not in business. Because you have to sit back and you have to separate those feelings and emotions, and you have to look at what is the bottom line here. What is the true upside potential of this product? Because any opportunity that you work, it's going to take the same amount of time, energy, and effort put into a opportunity that has limit potential versus an opportunity that has $1 million potential. And you have to be honest and realistic when you're looking at different opportunities. And what most network marketers do is they make decisions based upon emotions, and they try to justify those decisions based upon facts. Okay, but just because you have a lot of facts does not mean you have an opportunity in front of you. If the product itself is not a category creator that will pull in real customers that are not involved in the opportunity, or it's not a vanity wealth type product, then there's no use to looking at step 2. And this is something I have followed my entire career. I do practice what I preach. I believe in basic concepts that you just don't violate, because long term you aren't going to get where you want to go when you do. But many of you know my career. I started with the Shackley Corporation at age 20, and at the time it was a category creator, because if you walked into a health food store or a grocery store, you might find one bottle of one-a-day vitamins, maybe a couple bottles down on the bottom shelf somewhere, but you'd have to dust them off if you wanted to buy them, because they're just sitting there on the shelf. Nobody was buying vitamins and herbs and nutritional products at that time. Again, this was back in 1980. So the whole nutrition movement, it was a category creator. And you walk in those same grocery stores today, and they have health food stores within the grocery store, all types of nutritional products that you can purchase. So I was able to get in on that during the early years. Then I got involved with a company called National Safety Associates, NSA, who marketed a water filtration system. And yes, our organization actually sold them. And we had a lot of people making good retail money selling these products, these water filtration systems, every week. We built a huge growing organization. And it was a category creator. At the time, there was only one bottled water company. Think about this. Only one bottled water company operating in the United States, and that was Evian. So this is way before bottled water became part of our culture. The next company was New Image International. Again, it's a vanity wealth. We were one of the first chromium picolinate ephedra type products. From there, I started my own company, New Creations, and it wasn't too long after that that the government decided that ephedra was not something. They banned it in the United States because people were not taking the product right, and a couple of football players died with products that had ephedra in it, and there was a big public outcrying, and they banned that product and really crippled our business. And then I ended up selling my business, selling out my company, and I'm done. I've made millions of dollars, and I've done well, and I've learned a lot, but there's other businesses and other things that I want to do, and I'm done. And that was kind of my path. And of course, a year or so after that, ephedra came back on the market, and they realized, it's not a bad product if taken correctly, but it was a little bit too little, too late. And what happened for me is I started moving into other businesses and home business models and started learning more. My phone started ringing, and people wanted me to come and do a 3-hour seminar on how to generate leads for their teams, and that led into corporate training and consulting, and a whole new business evolved, which is really has been my bread and butter over the last several 10, 15 years that I had never really anticipated. I never had really thought it was going to happen, never had planned for it to happen, never wanted it to happen. There was other things that I wanted to do and have done and will continue to do, but this whole new business I'm very thankful for evolved because it's still given me the opportunity to take my expertise and help people learn and grow and build network marketing organizations the right way, even after I had retired from building the teams. But I've had long-term relationships with some very good companies. I've had a lot of short-term relationships with companies that I just didn't want to work with them for whatever reason. Unfortunately, there's a lot of companies out there where the ownership has the attitude that the distributors are a necessary evil, and there's a lot of people that have never built teams, never really been around the industry, but they look at the numbers and the cash flow and the receivables that network marketing offers, and they jump into the industry, and they have this mentality, if I build it, they will come, and they realize there's a lot more to the back end of a network marketing company than they ever realized. So unfortunately, I do have a lot of conversations with these type people, but I try to work with companies that I really do feel like have strong upside potential for their distributor organization. And I worked with Ameriplan out of Texas, and at the time they were a category creator. I have a long-term relationship with Skinny Body Care, again, Vanity Well, excellent run company, doing a lot of things right and going to be doing a lot more things right and have huge upside potential in my feeling. I work with TLC, who has a strong international presence, and working with them to try to help expand their U.S. presence. Also a Vanity Wealth company. And then I was started Online Auction U 8-10 years ago, where we teach people how to create income with Amazon and eBay. We do seminars around the country relating to that. Love that business model. I work with MPB, which was definitely a category creator. The idea was phenomenal. If you can ever help people take the same money they're spending on the same exact grocery products that they were already buying and make that grow. It had huge upside potential, but there was some internal bad decisions made with that company. Also a top affiliate for MCA, which is a category creator. That's just an affiliate program, but it's basically AAA with a comp plan attached, AAA automobile membership. Solid product, been around for over 50 years. Meets all the criteria we're talking about. I was also one of the top affiliates for the Amazing Selling Machine, which was an Amazon product that is no longer available. Phenomenal product. One of the best online courses I've ever taken. Yeah, it was a $4,000 product or whatever, but it was worth every penny if people put it into action. And I've spent a lot more for a lot less, that's for sure. So that's what I try to do now is, I'm working with a lot of different network marketing companies. Some I have long-term training contracts with, but when I'm looking at the home-based industry, I'm looking for products that are vanity wealth or category creative. That's number one. And again, most of the time companies cannot get past that. The second thing you have to look at is corporate and field leadership. And a lot of times you can tell what a person will do in the future based upon what they've done in the past. Okay, do people change? Yes, they do. They do. Do they see things from different perspectives? Yes, they do. But there's certain people that jump from company to company to company to company, and the problem is when they shut down company A, they take all the money, and then they go start company B in a few months, and then when they shut down company B, they take all the money. Now there's other people out there that I know of that have started 5 or 6 or 7 opportunities, and they're still paying commissions with every one of them. So that's a little bit different. Okay, well, it's a lot different, but so you have to look at the corporate leadership. What's their background? Are they just a business person that discovered network marketing and said, hey, I can remember a gentleman coming to an NSA meeting in Wilmington, North Carolina, and sharp guy, had been involved in multiple businesses and never been involved in the network marketing industry. He saw the comp plan, loved it. And when I was following up with the person that actually invited him to the event, he said, yeah, he's starting his own network marketing company now. Okay, so you see that a lot. You see people that, they have some money, and all of a sudden they think they can do this, and they really don't understand the psychological, emotional aspect of network marketing. They don't understand how to build the culture. They don't understand that they have people's lives that they're responsible for. And so you see that. So you want to know who are the people behind this and what have they done. And then if you're looking to join a specific organization, you're looking for a pinnacle leader. And there's not a lot of them in the industry, but you can read the book. It's a free download at pinnaclemlmleadership.com and learn more about this concept. You're looking for leaders that have systems in place, and when most people talk about systems, they think it's prospecting. They think it's just a way to create leads. Okay, that's one system, but there's multiple systems. What's the retention system? What's the building for events system? What is the 2-step recruiting process? How do we get people started correctly? What do we do there? What's that procedure in that system? So it's multiple systems. It's, systems is loosely thrown around word in the industry, and most people just think the system is the video presentation that creates a prospect. Well, there's much more to this industry than that. And you want to find somebody that's been around for a while and he's helped some people, or she's helped some people, create a $10,000 a month income, who in turn have helped other people create $10,000 a month income, and they're all teaching the same thing. That's what you're looking for. And again, this book will help you. I would recommend that you download it. The reality is network marketing, $10,000 a month earners in network marketing are a dime a dozen. And the sad truth is most of the people that at one time were making $10,000 a month in the industry, there's more out of the industry today than there in the industry. Now think about that. There's more people that got to $10,000 a month that today are no longer even associated with the network marketing industry. There's more of those that have come and gone than are currently in the industry today. That's because people never grasp this pinnacle leadership concept. They never have what I call the leadership paradigm shift, where they go from, hey, it's not about me and my time management and my income. It's about generating leaders and helping other people get what they want. That's the key, and having the systems in place that can develop those 27 percenters. Most companies are built by 3 percenters stacked upon 3 percenters stacked upon 3 percenters, and the masses are just running around looking for the magic foo-foo dust, and there ain't none. I could go on and on and on and on about that, but I have a lot of other trainings out there that talk about this concept. If you've never heard the CD, Why the Masses of Network Marketers Are Frustrated and Confused and Don't Have a Clue What They're Doing, it's at mommasses.com. It'd be worth listening to. So that's the next thing. And then last is we're just going to look at the timing of the opportunity. And there's a myth of the ground floor of the launch, a big myth, and a lot of people, reserve your spot, save your spot, let me get you in now, and they're using fear of loss. But it doesn't matter where you're at if the company's not going anywhere. Okay, it doesn't matter if you get in on the beginning if the company's not going to make it anyway. If there's no long-term potential or customer for the product, I don't care when you get in. You can get in the basement if you want. But basically, companies go through a formulation stage and then a concentration, and then after concentration they hit momentum and then hopefully stability. And this happens a lot faster today than it used to because of the internet, and because really the only people we're recruiting in the industry is each other, which is a major mistake. But we just recruit each other, and quote unquote leader has a followers, and they have a few followers who have 1 or 2 people in their family that will join them, and then those people have nobody, and nobody's teaching people how to actually develop the skill sets and mindsets to do the business. So how long can the leaders get to their leaders, to get to their leaders, to get to their followers, to get to their followers, to get to their family, who gets to nobody, and how quickly that happens, and with how many people determine how fast the company goes up. But most of the time they'll fall just as fast as they went up, and we could give you example after example after example of this happening in the last 5-10 years. So understand that when you're doing it correctly, if you get involved in this concentration stage or even the beginning of momentum, if you have the right skill sets and the right mindsets, you can still maximize your income potential. But 100% of zero is zero. So where you get in is important, but it's more important based upon what are you looking for. I mean, I have people say, Dale, I just want a good, solid, stable company that's going to be here, and I just want to make $100,000 a year. What should I do? And I tell them, go join Shackley, go join New Skin, go join some of the companies that have been around here forever. You can Herbalife. You can still do it with those companies, but you're not probably never going to make $1 million, but you'll probably make 6 figures if you do it correctly. So it just depends on what a person's looking for. But timing is important only based upon what are your long-term income goals. What are your long-term income goals? Because, the reality is the more credible a company is, the less of an income opportunity exists with the company. Okay, I don't know, a lot of people that have been around very long are going to get too excited about joining Amway. But Amway, they're advertising out there, and they're in the general public, and they do have some growth, major growth internationally. But the more credible a company is, the less of an opportunity financially exists with that company. So you just need to understand timing. There's a lot of people that got involved in the ground floor of companies, and, unfortunately the company went up and then it went straight down and it's over because they never looked at the product, what's the real market, and they never looked at the people that were running the company and the organization they were getting involved with. There's no question that the trend is your friend. So if you can get involved in the front end of a trending product or service, with the right people, then it's something that you should take a serious look at. So that's kind of the 3 steps, guys. Product or service, I believe, is the most important for your long-term growth. The corporate field leadership, very important, and then the timing. But the bottom line is it's going to take a lot of work to build a network marketing organization and do it correctly. We've become an industry where we're just leaders, and I use that word in quotes, finding followers and taking them from program to program to program. We've even got people out there teaching people how to attract people into your organization. And again, if you get involved in network marketing just with people that you know, like, and trust, it's a recipe for disaster. It is. If I was going to get involved in the real estate business, I would find the very best broker in my area, real estate broker. I would find the brokers that he has trained or she has trained, and I will go to work for them, and I don't care what percentage. I don't care if it's 1% different, 2% different than what somebody else is going to offer me. I just want to learn how to build the business correctly and for the long term. And unfortunately, that mentality in this industry it's not what it once was. But I know there's a lot of good people out there that are looking for the right opportunity for them at the right time in their life. But they're looking for more direction on this topic. And for those that truly are looking, I hope I've given you some things to think about. If you like this type of training, and I believe it is no fluff and it is more in depth, and you're not yet a member of our training club, we got a double your money back guarantee with this program. It's a CD that teaches you the business sequentially. Every month we build upon the next month, and it's concept by concept by concept, by idea by idea by idea on how to build a thriving, duplicating organization. It's probably the most popular product that we offer, and we have thousands of members from hundreds of companies all over the world. And I hope you'll check that out. There's a short webinar. You can learn more about this at MLMtrainingclub.com, and why audio CDs are absolutely, positively the best way to train your organization. Much better than online training. Much better. And we get into some of the psychology behind that. So check out that website if you haven't already. Again, this is Dale Calvert. We appreciate you. Hope this helps you. Have a great day. And if I haven't met you, I look forward to shaking your hand in the future. God bless.